Smout, founder and creator of Redemption Mamas. My heart and passion is mentoring women in the heart healing space, a space where I've seen some really beautiful things happen in my own life and in the lives of others. And today I am going to share a little bit of the story of one of my beautiful friends, Candice, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I just love journeying with women, mentoring, helping them to really dive in and heal some deep wounds in their life, reclaim their personal power, and unlock God-given destiny in their lives. And that is through intuitive, spirit-led heart healing. So heart healing is a space that's a little bit, when I talk about it with people, they often go, "What's that? I don't know what you're talking about." So I've been wanting to spend some time as I've visited doing these workshops, for me on a Friday morning, for you in the US on a Thursday evening. I'm really excited to be able to present some beautiful women that have had journeys with me, some just in a heart healing space that I've connected with and I've met. And so today I have Candice joining me. We've already recorded this little piece, so I'll jump in and share the recording with you. But this whole journey of heart healing is a space that people can often feel a little bit scared and terrified about stepping into. When I met Candice, we met online. We were both doing some sales stuff in a company that she still works for. And it turned out that she lived in the same city as me. So we met online globally in cyberspace, and then found out that we actually were quite close, much closer than I certainly expected. So it was really exciting to connect with Candice, to hear some of her story, which she'll share a little bit about with you now. So I'm going to just jump in and let her share a bit of her story. And to do that, I'm just going to grab this video and let's go. Hello, Candice, my online friend.
Hello, Miriam. So amazing to catch up with you.
Yeah, and you too. We've had a bit of a journey together, and I am very grateful for some of the input and the beautiful words that Candice has been able to share with me over the time. Sorry, I'm going to figure out why the heck the audio is working, but the actual video is not together because she's. Isn't that weird? I'm having the most incredible day today. My husband is mowing the lawn, bless his heart, right when I was very much needing quiet. And right now, this video is eluding me. I'm going to try and find it another way. I apologise. Let's see what I can do here. I'm going to go here, just jumping into open this up again. The first little piece, I tried to get rid of that because we had a moment of. Here we go. Let's try. Got it. Hello, Candice, my online friend.
Hello, Miriam. So amazing to catch up with you.
Yeah, and you too. We've had a bit of a journey together, and I am very grateful for some of the input and the beautiful words that Candice has been able to share with me over the time together, because she's this gifted woman with few words, but they're really, really impacting ones. And so I wanted to ask you, Candice, like, if someone said to you, "What's heart healing all about?" What are you talking about? Because I get asked that question quite often.
Of course.
Yeah, what would you tell them? What would you say?
So First of all, I think when people think of healing from past hurts or traumas or things that maybe something's not sitting right in our life and we're just a little bit out of balance, what do we normally do? What are we told to do? We're told to go see a psychologist. We're told to go see a mental health expert. But being a believer, so that's the fundamental difference here. Being a believer, I've been to psychologists before, but it doesn't go deep. Like it doesn't really deal with the heart of the matter. And so I really think with heart healing, and I've been doing a lot of study on the heart actually, and like how the seat of our soul is in our heart, and our mind, our will, and our emotions are all here. And it's a real blind spot for the medical industry and fraternity. They don't get this. But like as a believer, sometimes I'm in conversations with people and I'm so frustrated because I can hear they've got troubles and they're going to a therapist and I know what they need is a heart healing. Sorry, my dog has decided to make a racket. Can I bring him in really fast?
Yeah, sure.
Or is it really noisy? Sorry, Miriam. Just 1 second.
Yeah,
just because the neighbor and it's going to bother our recording. healing journey has had on you being able to dig through the dirt, and they feel so yuck about things, or they feel a sense of shame, because that's a big one, and they just rather hide it away because it's traumatic to bring it out, or they feel like it's just going to be more painful.
I'm having all sorts of problems today. My apologies. Thank you so much, Karen, for letting me know that the sound is not working. Prior to this, the video was not working, and now the sound is not working. So I will try this again next week. And I'll just jump this out of the way. So bother. Thank you, though. I appreciate someone letting me know while I was sitting there listening away that you were having to lip read all of that. So I'm going to jump in next week with that because I don't want to take up any more time. Candice is adopted and was adopted, and she was sharing a bit about the story of having to process some of the rejection and abandonment that she'd carried through that whole life journey. The heart matters for her that came up through having been adopted. She just lived with all her life thinking that was just life, that was what it was going to be. But once she very willingly and openly embraced that heart healing journey, she discovered some of the beliefs that she held were really causing her to be stuck and not to be able to fully enter into what was now an exciting journey that she's on. And so the matters of her heart, the issues in her heart, particularly abandonment and rejection that were quite strong through that experience of adoption, and then being in a situation where, as a little child, you're not able to process, or you sometimes don't have people around you that can help you understand, help you process what's going on. And so you can feel incredibly lonely, and you do the very, very best you can to try and figure it out, like we all do. We all do the very best we can to try and figure out what's going on in our heart, what's going on in our head. But I've really learned that what's going on in my head is a matter of my heart. What's going on in my head is a symptom of something inside of my heart, a belief pattern. Candice talks a little bit about that, and next week I'll do an interview with her, because I don't want to try and start again and then sorry. First of all, we had video, and then we had no audio, and then we had no audio, but we had video. So we will do that interview with Candice again. But I asked her, what would you say heart healing is? Because one of the reasons Candice and I connected was through a sales company that I was studying with, she was working with, and then it turned out that we lived in the same city. So we met online, and then we were able to meet face to face. And she's been really exciting for me in being able to help me put words to what I do, because I actually found that really hard. And so I've asked her what she would tell people heart healing is. And some of what she expressed in our conversation was that it was a very powerful process that goes deeper than the mind. It gets down into the issues that are beyond thought, are beyond emotion. And in the end, these are the issues that actually promote our thinking, promote our feelings. It's from these issues, from these matters of the heart, from these wounds, from these struggles that we've encountered, and then the belief systems and the lies sometimes that we believe, that we end up finding ourselves stuck in cycles and patterns that we cannot seem to break free of. So this process for women and for me has been a very powerful process. It goes deep. It goes beyond just, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking? It goes really down into the heart issues, the deeper issues of the heart. When you acknowledge what's in your heart, then you can begin a process of bringing healing to those heart matters. And I asked Candace this question too, when you leaned in to listen to your heart, was it scary? Did you feel terrified about it? Because I have different people tell me different things, but I was pretty scared. I was actually terrified because I thought, if I start really connecting with what's in there, where will this take me? Where will I end up? What's going to be the end result of me connecting and really understanding what is in my heart? It's so stupid, really, because is it more terrifying to do that or more terrifying to stay in those cycles and patterns? We lie to ourselves sometimes. And it does say in the Word of God that the heart is deceitful and corrupt above all things. We can talk ourselves out of so much. We can talk ourselves out of so many things when we choose not to lean into heart healing. The fruit that came from some of the heart healing that Candace ventured into was so incredible. She is from South Africa, and she went back to South Africa and back to visit her adoptive parents, and she had an incredibly beautiful time with them. She was sharing with me when she got back some of just the beautiful things, the beautiful experiences that this time really enabled her to encounter a relationship and just a peace that before it just wasn't there. So, sometimes when you are on a heart healing journey, what I've experienced is you get taken back into some of those places. And I remember one time I was working with a woman who had an affair, and we were walking out near the river where she lived. And as we were walking and she was going deep into some of these places, who would walk by? Who do you think would be the absolute worst person to walk by in that moment? It was actually the guy she'd had an affair with. And honestly, that was a pretty stunning moment for me, because what happened in that moment was a complete shift and a transition from all of the trauma and the terror and the shame that she'd felt to actually processing it in a very different way. And while it was a traumatic experience, that didn't linger and it didn't last. And so it was evidence that some of the layers had been peeled away, but then she was taken back into this situation to encounter the very thing she was trying to get away from. And this is what Candace had experienced as well, like going back into visit her adoptive family. She had some other layers, some other things came up, but she had such a good journey in terms of healing the deep places that she was able to peel away some of those layers and some of the unfinished business. And that's my experience in doing this work with myself and with women, that we are never pushed beyond where we are ready to go. And as we invite the Holy Spirit into this space, he's such a gentleman. He's so kind and so gentle. And as we allow him to really open up and reveal to us what we need to know, it will always be what we need in that moment. And then down the line, there might be more layers or more things that open up that really beautifully and powerfully enable us to have more and more healing brought into our life. So I thought today, after watching the interview with Candace, I would show you a little bit of what I do in a heart encounter. However, sorry about that interview with Candace. That didn't work too well. I'll work on that this week and see what I can do to bring that, because it was a really beautiful opportunity. I'd love to just share with you this. What's happening? I'm not having success here today at all, am I? I'm just going to see if this will work. Hopefully you can see the heart encounter summary. It says it's sharing the video. I might just jump into my phone and see that this is working. Excuse me 1 minute, because there's no point in me talking to myself. No, it's not. Okay. We have a problem, Houston. Very interesting. Let's see if this works. So where it tells me that it's sharing, it's actually not sharing on here. Okay, I'm having all sorts of internet issues today, and I'm so sorry. This is jolly annoying. Wonder what's going on. Let's see if we can get. No, it's. Wow, I did have a practice with this, and what is going on? Do you know, I don't want to be causing you to waste your time, and I'm so sorry for this bother. So I'm actually feeling like I might jump off and try again next week, because we're not getting anywhere here. Oh Lord, this is nuts. Stop sharing. It's telling me it's sharing, but it's definitely not. I can see it. I'm looking at my phone to see what's happening for you, and it's definitely not happening. One more try. No. So, dum. Yep, I'm so sorry. This is not the day for a workshop. So it's a little bit of a delay on the screen here, but I'm so sorry. I'm just going to jump off right now and work out what the heck is going on with my sharing. At least I can normally share. I wanted to share with you a template of the heart encounter summary that I take people through. So when I do a heart encounter, we record the video and you get a copy of that, so that it's really helpful to go back. It's good not to have to be taking notes in the process, to just really be able to spend time to listen and hear what your heart is speaking and saying, and to that still small voice. And I wanted to share a little bit about the still small voice as well. And so I'm going to do that next week. My apologies for a not very successful workshop today. But I do have my husband mowing the lawn outside, and I do have 4 dogs in here that if anything happens, they're going to bark like crazy. So perhaps that's just enough evidence of today not being a day. So look, take care. God bless. I shall be back next week. Take care.